Filthy piece of tow rag.
Howdy, 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 howdy. I hope you're all having a lovely Sunday. Oh, have you got a roast dinner on the go? Well, just have a thought for those. On, well, the island of Rhodes. And it's rather scary, I would say, and it stands testament to what we face in this world. But meanwhile, the UK government wants to pull back, and Keir Starmer, it seems, on climate change measures. How the hell is that going to help anybody? Crikey. Well, have we got to brace ourselves for just another fine example of the UK government's mind-boggling buffoonery when the evidence is all around us? Well, we'll get into that in a moment about what's going on Rhodes Island. Lots of video clips and stuff like that to share with you. But this is mind-boggling buffoonery. And it's not just the UK government, is it? No. It seems like our so-called leaders are, well, they're content having their heads clearly in the sand. And meanwhile, Vladimir Putin is just launching shitloads of flipping rockets and causing even more devastation, obviously for the people of Ukraine, but also the planet. You know, we have to live on this planet, you see. Now, if you've got a hole in your roof, you're going to want to fix it. But no. No, it seems like we're quite content just to continue on our greedy exploits to have everything that we don't really need and ignore what's going on. Now, okay, there are quite a few people who are very concerned and they talk about it a lot. Got a few people out there who like to stand or walk very slowly in the middle of the road, stopping traffic, which is a bit of an oxymoron because obviously cars are less efficient when they're in a queue. But make even more particulates. Yeah, what else is there though? It takes some brave individuals, because they are brave individuals now, because they quite frankly could end up in jail. Just walking down the road with an orange eye-vis on. But the evidence is all around us now, and it's becoming even more evident that global warming is a thing, and we're going to have more diverse weather. Look what's going on in Rhodes. And they weren't the first, were they? Italy, a couple of years back, 3 years back, was, Canada. Forest fires everywhere, really. It's just in Spain. We even had them here in France last year. Posted a little video, didn't I? But we're happy to stick our head in the sand because it's getting worse. More diverse weather. From it being colder, wetter, to it being hotter. But the likes of Nigel Farage, they will say, oh, well, it's raining here, global warming, what are you on about? Oh, it's freezing cold wind, oh, global warming, what are you on about? Solar panels. Well, they don't produce, well, all the lights will go out when the sun goes down. Or no electricity when the wind starts blowing. Is that kind of rubbish? Well, we've got a government that's quite happy to be pouring about £20 billion more into the pockets of fossil fuel producers than it has into renewables since 2015. 20 billion quid. 20 billion quid, that's a lot of money, and it's gone a long way to, well, lessen the damage we're doing to the environment. And we've got fossil fuel companies, they're quite happy doing their greenwash and saying all these things that, we're, can you hear my grandchildren in the background? It's quite off-putting. But, greenwash and what have you by these oil tycoons telling us that they're doing all this stuff, and in fact, either they're not, or it's just a load of bollocks. Well, now don't get me wrong, renewable energy is absolutely crucial, and it would be great to see us, we're getting a bit more support. But seriously, £80 billion for fossil fuels, and Makes you wonder if they even heard of blinking climate change. Now, Richie Sunak and Alexander Boris Ethel Johnson, they were on that old bandwagon while... But now Richie Sunak was looking at pulling back from it a little bit, you know. He's getting a lot of pressure from the right-wing nut jobs in his party. The New Conservatives. And obviously the ERG as well. But we need to wake up. And they need to wake up because they're the ones in power. Maybe not for long, with a bit of luck. Well, they're backpedaling, they are. They're looking at pulling back, especially with what happened in the by-elections with ULEZ being blamed as the cause for Labour not winning that by-election. Well, but the whole thing gets all even more farcical. In 2020, they decided to give a little bit more to renewables than fossil fuels. And you'd think they'd continue that trend, but well, no, we're wrong. Instead, they decided to crank up the fossil fuel support even more. They're trying to break their own flipping record. Well, stupidity. And what's given, well, a fifth of that money to support new fossil fuel extraction and mining. I know they're talking about, well, they put on standby the coal power stations. You don't just put on standby, it means you've got to fire them up. You don't just turn them on. No. They take a bit of time, you know. But don't they know we're supposed to be, well, cutting back on all this fossil fuel stuff? They don't seem to be that interested, do they? But now we've got the Sudanese government trying to gain some support for extracting their fossil fuels. But, well, the South Sudan, I think it is, yeah. But it's quite a hard one, that one is. I don't know how I feel on that, to be honest. Because Sudanese people, they've got nothing. And the thing they have got is fossil fuels. And they're looking to get a little bit more help to extract more fossil fuels, which is a bit of an oxymoron, really, considering that they're the ones that are really, African countries are extremely affected by global, by the climate crisis. And they're seeking some support to mitigate the climate effects on their countries. But then they want to promote fossil fuels. It's a hard one though, isn't it? Because their people are starving. We've all benefited from it, if you can say it's benefiting, because it's not really. We found out, the hard way now, haven't we? So, but don't worry. It's going to get better, yeah. The oil and gas giants like Shell and BP, they are going to carry on raking the profits. They'll probably promote the likes of, Sudan, South Sudan. Well, they're making huge amounts of money, like nobody's flipping business, and energy bills have been soaring through the roof. They've been profiteering. What they do, invest peanuts in renewables, and then the Shell throws a measly $3 billion. That's all they did on renewables, while shoveling $10 billion into oil and gas projects. Sound like cigarette firms. Yeah. It's healthy, you see, smoking. Well, and then you got BP. And they're suddenly not so keen on their emission cutting targets, no. What happened to all that green talk, or greenwashing talk, you could say? It's like the government is stuck in some kind of bizarre fossilised time warp. I don't know. They're constantly handing out cash to the big oil companies. Like they're on, candy. Well, Halloween maybe, I don't know. Well, newsflash. My dear politicians. You can't suck up all, to the old fossil fuel industry and expect to solve the energy crisis or tackle climate change. The two are just, well, they don't mesh. It's high time that they put their brains into gear. We'll be lucky. And prioritise net zero policies. It's been a token effort up to now. And you'd invest properly in renewables. I know, heat pumps and stuff like that, maybe. The grants that have been offered are just nowhere near, well, because you've got to have a complete new system to fit these heat pumps. So the grants are actually pointless. You can save people a huge amount of money with more insulation and properties throughout the winter months. But they don't want to spend the money. They'd rather spend the money on other shit, like fossil fuel companies, oil tycoons, who are literally just extracting money out of the United Kingdom anyway. Well, it's time to wake up and smell the renewable energy. Oh, it smells so sweet, it does, yeah. They're the Muppets, that's what they are. I quite like the Muppets. But we need something to happen soon. Well, now, yesterday, in fact. Because, as it stands, we are literally on fire. The world, that is. Scorched earth. It's quite frightening. Anyway, who is there in the chat? Oh, I wonder. Oh, let's have a look. Well, we've got Joel. Hello, Joel. We come. William Patrick Fagan. Hello there, my friend. Hi, everybody. Climate should not be political. Just listen to the experts. Fortunately, Michael Gove told everybody that, well, we've had enough on the experts, apparently. Yeah, we're bored of them, apparently. Hello, Zolderian. Yeah, we've seen in Corona. Now, listen to experts' work. This is the fun century. Oh, okay. Grumble, grumble. Do you have any idea what time it is over here? Sorry, gingers. Good afternoon, all. Unfortunately, climate change is very real, and I don't get why it's not the #1 topic everywhere. The hottest years since recording began in 1880 were all this century. It is absolutely flippin' frightening what's going on, what's happening at the moment. And when you see what's, the poor people in Rhodes, people go on holiday on, you know, maybe sort out their tan lines, what have you, in Rhodes, and they end up getting scorched instead. Gas mark, whatever. Hello, Mad Monk 33. Okay, Top Smoke here, but shopping. Oh, you're shopping. Oh, lovely. Get yourself a new mankini. Global warming, 40 degrees, 14C here right now. Chilly. That's very odd weather. Yes, it probably is. But don't do a Nigel Farage on me. Oh, it's warm out. It's cold or it's weather. It's always, silly. These people. Hello, you are you. Oh, how do I say that? You are Pua. What? It's like random letters. Morning, everyone, from Enniskillen. Is that actually your name? Uapuat, because I can't pronounce that. Why taking care of the climate? At one point, the Earth will be eaten by the sun. Well, okay. I tell you why, because I want my kids to be able to have some kind of life for my grandchildren, and I'm sure you two too. Because as it stands, they're not going to get one. There's no future for them, as it stands. So dumb that leaders don't care. They don't care. They don't care. It's all politics. Like someone said earlier, you've got to take the politics out of the climate change argument because it's just nuts. It's just... It's painful and it's frustrating. Really frustrating. Peter says, anyone seriously interested in the current state of the climate crisis should read I Want a Better Catastrophe by Andrew Boyd. Shocking if you haven't followed the news, but a great summary. Well, just don't look up. That's what people are doing. Just, look at film. I know it's so dumb that leaders do not care. I know it's crazy. They don't care. I don't think they do. Maybe they do behind closed doors, but they won't express it to us because they just try and talk about politics. There again, that argument, you would think that they would bring it into politics because they cared, but they don't. As a German politician put it, where was I? Jumped up now. I'll find it in a minute. Where'd that go? Oh, there you go. Well, as a German politician put it, the job of a politician is not to do the popular thing, but to do the right thing and make it popular. A bit like you, Les. It's not popular, obviously not, because it costs people money and people are struggling. I don't know what choice we really got, to be honest. We've got similar schemes here. We've got the Crypto Air, what have you, here in France. And like many other countries in the EU, it's nothing new about it, really. It's just, it hits people in the pocket, though. We need more of a scheme that rewards people for doing the right thing, instead of just constantly punishing people for doing the wrong thing. I hear my grandchild out crying now. Obviously something's happened. Oh, dear me. Don't worry, I'm not the only person here. They can deal with it. So, scrolling down. We've got Tom Finney. Hello, Tom Finney. We have wild parrots in our park. Hey, wild parrots. It's a popular illusion. 7 billion starving between 2050 and 2150. 7 billion people starving. That's a lot of people. That's real. Bloody young'uns and their drum and bass. What? Yeah, drum and bass. What? Ah, my name of a feather. A black friend of mine made a joke. He used to not necessarily have to use a lot of sunscreen, but now he says he joined the white club. But no, that is not you. Not because the level of UV's increased. Actually, one of the problems that during the pandemic, black people had an issue with. We had the same with my grandchildren because they're black, and was getting the vitamin D. And vitamin D is obviously very important for your body's defence, because naturally they wouldn't need to, obviously Africa and what have you, because obviously it's very hot, a lot of sun, because where they are on the equator, and the body's natural defence is the black skin. So the vitamin D and what have you during the winter months for people with black skin. Right, well, oh crikey, this is. So we got that regarding fossil fuels are getting more support than renewables, which we all pretty much knew that. And now we've got what's going on in Rhodes, and people are just basically fleeing with their lives, really. Scary. Some of the video footage is just frightening. So let me just bring that into there, because I forgot to do that. There we are. Okay. So we've got ABC. Let's do DW News. Right, is it all there? Is it all there? You might have to squeeze that in a little bit. That's a bit better. So, Rhodes is pretty much on fire. Pretty much. I don't know to what extent or whether or not it's, because it's not exactly a big island, is it really? The wildfires on the Greek islands of Rhodes have sparked the biggest wildfire evacuation operation ever in the country, and authorities said on Sunday, which is today. The thousands of people have been evacuated as the flames threaten homes and hotels. Now, I heard some people in some records were saying, well, I left some stuff at the hotel, but the hotel is now gone. It's caught alight. It's the biggest fire evacuation ever in Greece, Constantia. I can't say it. A Greek police spokeswoman said. Now, we had to evacuate the area of 30,000 people, and everything, thank God, it all went smoothly. Everybody, especially tourists, followed what we ordered. The thing is, though, there's still flights coming into Rhodes for holidays. Really? Isn't that a little bit mad? And Jet2 has been pretty useless, to be fair. Absolutely flipping useless. They haven't been informing anybody, have you? And sort of, it's just madness. No. Okay. Little video clip. I should show you this. Oh, I would if it worked.
The extreme weather is wreaking havoc around the globe. Urgent evacuations are underway right now in Greece as wildfires rage just outside of Athens. Marcus Moore is on the ground there for us with the latest. Good morning, Marcus.
Well, hey, Robin, good morning. We are in a small village about 17 miles west of Athens. The fire racing through here. You can see the scorched earth still smoldering there, and one of these burned out cars. Residents told us they had just minutes to decide whether to try to fight these flames or to run. This morning, firefighters racing to stop 6 wildfires from threatening more homes and lives in Greece. Overnight, reinforcements arriving from countries across Europe. Urgent evacuations underway. Officials rushing to evacuate and help residents as smoke fills city streets. Police pleading with nuns singing hymns at this monastery to leave, which they eventually did. And in this small village west of Athens, Luisa Riadov told us they were fending for themselves as flames spread.
We needed help and no one was here for us. No one. Not even the firefighters. No one.
Yet even as Europe swelters with spreading wildfires, Americans are arriving in record numbers.
The heat is just overwhelming. You walk out of the hotel and it almost kind of hits you in the face with how hot it is.
The pandemic delayed Heather Perkins' first planned trip to Athens. She finally made it, but says the heat is overwhelming.
The sun is blazing hot. I was at the Acropolis and the sun was almost unbearable as far as the heat. There were some people definitely struggling with probably what I would assume would be heat exhaustion, dehydration, things like that.
Back here in this small village overnight, we've watched as a steady stream of helicopters and airplanes have been dumping water on the flames on the other side of this ridge behind us. But with the dry, hot, and windy conditions expected to persist for the rest of the week, Robin, one government official warned that the worst may be yet to come.
Don't like to hear that, but thank you for being on the scene there for us, Mark.
Oh, flipping scary. Well, first, there we go. And that's aerial foot. Oh, hang on, what's it doing away over there? Let's bring you back in. Absolutely scorched, look. Now I can remember when a few years back actually when we had a pretty hot summer, and even combine harvesters were actually managing to set alight. Especially just the rocks that sparking on the ground, what have you, and setting alight to the field. This was at the back of our barns we had in Salhouse and in Norfolk, and it was just constant. Every day there was another ground fire, and there's nothing on there. It was already harvested, but it's actually in the ground. The fire is travelling through the ground, so all the dry vegetation, dead vegetation that's in the ground is just like it just works its way across. And you're sort of there constantly trying to bash it because we're behind the barns, you see, and these were very old barns. Part of it was thatched as well, and just no, it wasn't my barns. It was, we rented it for a business premises, and so he constantly kept going out and bashing with sticks, trying to stop the fire from spreading, because obviously it's getting closer and closer and closer to the barns. Obviously that'd wipe it out. So it's just nuts. It's and yet people just ignore it. What's going on? And this isn't a new thing. It's been progressively been getting worse and worse and worse over the years. And it seems like we just got this rapid up and down, up and down, up and down regarding the weather, and hot and hot and hot, and the winters become cold, and the summers are becoming unbearably hot. So I think it was it William at the beginning here? Who was it? William. William Patriot Fagan was saying 30 odd years regarding in the Irish Times. Ireland. Go and scroll that up. Privacy policy. There we go. There we go. Ireland has become. So it's not just a little bit further north as well than Rhodes. So Ireland has become warmer and wetter, while May is the sunniest month. The 30-year May. I can't say that. It'll be Iran. Study shows. The country has seen a 7% increase in rainfall and the average annual figure of 1,288 millimetres. So let's go down there. So Ireland has become both warmer and wetter in the past 30 years, according to the study, and its analysis of the climate averages from 1991 to 2020. The meteorological body said that the average yearly air temperature in Ireland stands at 9.8 degrees, an increase of 0.7 degrees from the previous 30-year time frame. According to the forecaster, the annual sunshine hours have increased by about 5% when compared with the 1961 and the 1990 period, and May is listed as the sunniest month of the year, followed by June. So during the past 30 years, the country has also seen a 7% increase in rainfall, with an average annual figure of 1,288 millimetres, 1,288 millimetres. Now, regional variations exist, said Met Ian, with the west and north of the country displaying the greatest increases in annual rainfall. Get my worms out in a minute. Now, I did record a little bit from Sky News, which I seem to have mislaid. Oh, that's annoying. But meanwhile, all this is going on. But if you look at what's going on in Rhodes, what have you, the front covers. So the 2 front page headlines. There you go. This is a tweet by Caroline Lucas. 2 front page headlines today. This stays all you need to know about the government's total disconnection with climate reality. Green pledges don't need watering down, but ramping up speed and scale. Investing in livable future and taking everyone along with us is failing miserably. So here we go. This is the BBC. Earth and uncharted waters as the records tumble. And then you've got here on the Financial Times, the Tories urge Sunak to water down green pledges after the by-election carnage. Why would you do that? That's just nuts. All because of flipping ULEZ. So it's not just the Tories, but also because the Tories are saying this as, oh my Gideon, if they didn't win because they thought they're going to lose all 3 by-elections, didn't they? And they didn't. On the basis, they believe on the basis of the ULEZ scheme. It's a bit annoying, to say the least. So, let me go here. I'm going to try and keep this to an hour today. If I can. So, this guy here, Paul, he's actually in Rhodes at the moment. I don't know if he's managed to get out yet, but this is, was it today? Yeah, no, this was yesterday. Currently stranded in Rhodes, escaping the wildfires on foot. Left everything at the hotel and fled with the towels across our faces. My youngest just told me he doesn't want to die. It's frightening. Can you imagine for kids? No news from any authorities. Terrifying situation here. This was yesterday. And he goes on 14 hours ago now. Coaches can't get through, and even if they do, we're talking tens of thousands of people now camping on hotel floors. Well, many of them actually, when I looked this morning, were actually on the beaches. We need big vessels and military aircraft to move people from the island immediately. Everyone is just waiting, hoping help is on the way. Please send help. Now, it says this guy getting all my news and all my updates from a journalist in Athens. Not a single update from anyone on the ground. Almost 12 hours since we were evacuated. Poor hotel staff are inundated with pleas for news, but are helpless. It's just nuts. It really is nuts. But we've caused this. Anyway, back in the chat. We need some cheerful news. What's some cheerful news? I'll do a bit of Gullis in a minute. That might show you what an idiot. Let's scroll down. My trip could be interesting. I was in Scotland in September 18 years ago and remember the weather. I'll be able to compare. That's a good idea. after my trip this September. You going to Scotland as well, giraffes? Ginger's giraffes. Hello, Jasper. I hope you're well. And Colin the Six-Sitter. Just watched the footage of all the Brits and others on the beaches of Rhodes, desperately looking for a boat to flee the dangers from smoke and, yeah, fire and smoke. That's a good point, actually. It's not just the fire, is it? It's the smoke, as Aussie inhalation, what have you, is also a killer. Now, I can remember when the, I've told you this before, actually, the wildfires in Canada. I was selling air filters at the time via my website, and we sold. One guy bought 4 of these air filters, about $1,000 on air filters because of all the dust. It's crazy. I used to cut my green grass 4 times a year. I've cut the grass once today. It's kind of yellow and parched, and the ground is dry and dusty. No, ours in France has been growing like crazy. Although today, I cut the grass yesterday actually, and it's dried up. It's like a biscuit. I'm quite glad it is though, because it means I won't have to cut it so much. It saves a bit of fuel. Scotland has become hotter and wetter, says Madbunk33, and in the past few years. But last night it felt like fucking colder in the scuba weather at an outdoor party for an 80th birthday party. I was not a happy bunny. You're cold. Oh dear. Seems crazy to be cold this time of year. I can attest to the Irish weather thing. It rains here almost every day, and sometimes torrentially. Now, our weather here, we're in a bit of, where I am in Limousin, you got the Alps on one side and Pyrenees on the other side, and it's kind of in a bit of a weird weather front, and our weather's really diverse. One minute we've got screaming, heat coming down, I was like flipping the crazy. Next minute we've got either rain or hail or tempests, like twisters. And it's really diverse. Not last year, yeah, but 3 years ago we had a really bad stint of hailstones. Our hailstones here are huge. Although not as big as what I've seen recorded earlier this week, which are like the size of tennis balls, and we quite often get them the size of golf balls here. Literally, your car ends up looking like a golf ball. Usually the bonnet, the boot, the roof. And this is plastic, obviously, they'll bounce off. But those things are lethal. They just obliterate your roof. All the tiles just get smashed. I wonder if I can keep myself within an hour. Oh, that'll be a first, wouldn't it? Dog tired of being told these temperatures are normal. Yeah, our dogs have been struggling. They've been really sleepy recently. Because it's just so hot. They can't cope with it. Or panting. Joel, Jasper, Edwards. More densely populated, more possible deaths. Perhaps Jasper, but it is irrelevant. Location is still the same planet. Yes. What are you saying? It's worse than Australia. Is it worse than Australia? Well, it's all over. Class action. I'm at the tail end of being a baby boomer, and I care. But frankly, I'm so disgusted with humans that I worry about the animals. Yeah, that's exactly how I say. We don't deserve this planet. We really do not deserve this planet. We just destroyed it. And why we destroyed it was basically greed. And not necessarily monetary greed, it's something just greed that we just want everything. In the olden days, when I was a boy, we were happy with a hula hoop. And an orange for Christmas. With some cloves stuck in it, or something like that. Anyway. Oh, they were the days. Oh, dear. But it is scary, isn't it? It is really scary, really. Up become. Right, that one. So, we've got... I've got to find it first. Sudan. Oh, Nuga's personal account. Oh, crikey. While this is all going on, we are very fortunate, or are we? Or, no? It's just nuts. Oh, it's gone. No, it's gone. Oh, I've got a tweet here for you and it's been deleted. Oh, how dare they? How dare they? Right. It's disappeared. Ooh. Ooh, right, now Dan Hannon is saying that, Dan Hannon, Lord Hannon, right, he's been saying that we're all, well, he did actually say, but 5 years ago, we're all going to be a lot better off. Yeah, because of Brexit, you see. Yeah, he made videos about it as well, didn't he, Well...
5 years from now, we will be a much more prosperous country. 5 years from now, Britain will be flourishing as never before.
Let's do that again.
5 years from now, we will be a much more prosperous country. 5 years from now, Britain will be flourishing as never before.
Which 5 years?
People will look back and wonder why we didn't do this long
Well, you
before.
can't get the Germans to say that. At least
Well, let's see what actually happens. 5 years from now, we will be a much more prosperous country.
But now he's saying
5 years from
2023,
now,
Britain is
will
now a
be
poor
flourishing as
nation,
never
and this is the
before.
number
People
one
will look
issue
back
we
and wonder
face. It's now poor. Well, he's wrong, and well, you are a poor nation, but he's wrong about number one issue. Number one issue is the fact that our planet is on fire, literally. Oh, dear me. Now, I was watching Sky News earlier today, and this did make me tickle. Gemma Fort was on Sky News, giving her point of view.
There's a big issue here, I guess, about brands being very conscious of where they place their names, and obviously some people feel very insulted if certain brands don't want to advertise somewhere. I mean, there is an issue here that's worth discussing, I guess.
I mean, by politicians? Not really. I think this is just part of their rather pathetic culture wars. They've got nothing else to offer at this point. I mean, there is actually a video somewhere of Lee Anderson, who is the deputy chairman, is he, of the Conservative Party, saying we will fight the next election on culture wars. So, public services don't work, cost of living crisis, but let's have a go at advertisers who don't want to advertise somewhere. They can do what they want. They know what their demographic is. It's up to them.
There's a big issue here, I guess, about brand.
All right, but also, she's referring to Lee Anderson. Now, if you know culture wars and what have you, and it's and the right for advertisers, they can advertise wherever they want to. If it doesn't reflect on why would you advertise with someone or a company who doesn't reflect your business in a positive light? Just like Coots Bank and. Nigel Fartage, being cancelled. It's cancel culture, apparently. They can advertise or they can, provide service to whoever they want to, really, as far as I'm concerned, anyway. Well, do you remember, was it Kuchenberger side or what have you, who pulled their advertising from certain platforms? And look at, what it's all about there. I bet it's going to fucking... I swore. With Jacob Rees-Mogg on GB News want to keep his job, you see. That's what it is. Yeah, because he's still a politician, sort of. Has he been pushing this recently? Maybe. But anyway, talking about culture wars, we had Lee Anderson, I think it was earlier this year. Anyway, he said this. So Jimmy was 100% right. So I remember, I've actually got this on a video clip somewhere as well.
The big thing in 2019, there was three things that wanted.
Oh, what's happened there?
The election. It was nothing to do with me. It was Brexit. It was Boris.
Let's start again. Three things.
The big thing in 2019, there was three things that wanted the election. It was nothing to do with me. It was Brexit. It was Boris. It was Corbyn. And it was as simple as that. Those three things together was a great campaign. Great ingredients. At the next election, we haven't got those three things. So we're going to have to think of something else. It'll probably be a mixture of culture wars and trans debate. And at the next election, we haven't got those three things. So we're going to have to think of something else. It'll probably be a mixture of culture wars and trans debate. And at the next election, we haven't got those three things. So we're going to have to think of something else. It'll probably be a mixture of culture wars and trans debate and culture wars and trans debate and.
Yeah, okay, it's a stuck record, but the first bit of that, he was actually right though.
The big thing in 2019, there was three things that won us the election. It was nothing to do with me.
No,
it was
that was right.
Brexit,
yeah.
It was Boris, it was
Brexit, Boris,
Corbyn.
and Corbyn. He's spot on right with that. He really was. What an awful piece of work he is, though, eh? Back into the chat. Oh, Mad Monk 33 was saying, I was reading a story that some USA mining companies are getting together to send spacecraft to get over. You are kidding me. What's that film with Bruce Willis? They wouldn't drill this asteroid. Can't remember the name of the film now. Oh, let's get this right. I was reading a story that some USA mining companies are getting together to send a spacecraft to get over 10, what was it, trillion or something, worth of minerals by mining asteroids. World's messed up. It really is. Telling something to is not cancelling the person to sod off. It's not cancelling the person, is telling them to sod off. Well, if you look at GB News, what have you, they're struggling to get advertising. You got Elon Musk, he's lost loads of advertisers off his platform. And now he seems to be getting all these weird kind of like Chinese crap come up and, you know, you buy this and buy that. Didn't you get all that before? Not to this degree. On Twitter. They don't have the big advertisers, you know, like the Coca-Colas and all that. They don't want to advertise on these platforms. It doesn't fit their ethos. Anything that's seen as negative or arrogant, they don't want nothing to do with it. I don't blame them, because they try and remain relatively neutral as best they can, because they've got to try and keep their base as wide and open as they possibly can. So you get platforms like GB News and Talk Radio, which both Talk TV, they're both struggling to get enough money coming to cover their costs. Both of them around 30-odd million deficit. You know, they're losing every year because advertisers don't want to advertise on that kind of platform. They just don't. Telling someone, oh, there you go. Armageddon, that's the film. Armageddon, that's it. Yeah, Bruce Willis with his so-called daughter on there, trying to drill the asteroids to put a bomb in them or something. You know, to blow the asteroids up because they're heading. Yeah, it's a bit like Don't Look Up. The resources wasted on getting minerals from space needs to be invested here. Yeah. How would they get the minerals in? Yeah, to the planet. Might bring some weird bacteria back with, or some sort of alien life form. Like alien, I don't know. By the time they would be anywhere near the ability to do that, the Earth would have changed drastically. Well, yeah, all our faces would be burning off. Oh, time to go shopping, says Ginger's. Go shopping then. Live again tonight. Asteroid mining. Yeah, crikey. It's nuts. Hello, Moonlight Mirage Productions, 2150 AD. Hi there to you too, my friend. And Quadrillion. I don't know that one. Quadrillion. Oh, you mean the money? Oh, crikey, that's a lot. These people are like spoiled brats. They do not assume their responsibilities and whine constantly about self-created problems. Are you talking about Lee Anderson by any chance? And maybe, oh God's sake, this other numpty. Gemma Ford, I thought she's brilliant, she is. Oh, the tweet's been deleted. Another one that's been deleted. Why would they delete that? There was a tweet on LBC Radio, yeah, on Twitter, with Gullis spouting a load of rubbish, and it's been removed. It's now been deleted. I wonder if it's still on here. Not there. No. Why would that have been removed? Have they had a phone call? Make you wonder, doesn't it? So that does happen. Back. Go back. No, that's Hannon. That one. No, that's Hannon. No. I'm looking. I'm looking. I just wonder if it's my cache. Nope, it's not in that one. No, it's disappeared. Oh, for God's sake. There you go. I wonder why that was. I wonder why they deleted that. Alright, let's see if I can find it. Bear with us, just in case. What the hell? This isn't the one I was looking for, but oh crikey, come back. There you go. Stop! Enough of him already. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Is this the one? Oh, this might be it.
No one disputes wanting to get there, but ultimately the pace of it has to be sensible, as well as the technology actually being reliable. I speak to ceramic manufacturers in Stoke-on-Trent who are very concerned about being punished. They're an energy-intensive industry. There is no other way of firing up a kiln other than using gas at this moment in time, and we're probably 5 to 10 years off having technology that's even reliable, capable, as well as actually needing the investment in things like the power grid in order to actually fire up and maintain energy supplies and a steady and consistent flow. So I think that it needs us to look at, like you say, the ban on petrol and diesel cars, new ones being made post 2030, actually being pushed back to 2035, which would be in line with the European Union. Ultimately, this is something that is concerning people, is doing damage to our automotive industry, where obviously some of these other plants are now looking to move to Europe, where they know they've got additional time to continue
and Brexit
manufacturing such products. But we also have to have an offer of reducing the tax burden for taxpayers, particularly when it comes to the cost of childcare, particularly when it comes to the cost of living. And obviously actually looking to, I think, also sustain those green levies being taken off energy bills, maybe reducing VAT on fuel. But it is going to take some brave and bold decision making, because we need to, when you're at 18 to 20 points behind the poll, you've got nothing to lose. And I think we should be willing to go for it.
It suggests that the government should push back the ban on petrol and diesel cars post 2030. Don't like him. He's such numpty, so it's still on there, but it's not on. It's not on LBCs. What if I click on? Does it disappear? No, it's there now. So what is there? Anyway, that's not here or there. Oh damn! So, pardon my French. It's going to be an amazing day when everyone gets angry enough to act. Yep. It's going to be too late, though. That's the problem. It's going to be too late. Trump will have to get used to calling his cellmate Daddy. But at least...
Like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Maybe. Oh, crikey. When's he going inside? Hopefully soon. These people are like spoiled brats, yes. They assume the responsibility while whine constantly about self-created problems. TV ratings are like some artists say, and they are said to sell a lot, but only by dying discography and companies no one knows the hell they are. Well, it's like all the Actors Guild. Something like, is it Police Academy or something? What's that? The one with the puppets, not Police Academy. Team America with the puppets. An Actors Guild. Oh, dear me. I was saying to my brother the other day, with the ice caps melting, I will be okay as I am over 300 feet above sea level. But he is screwed as he's at sea level. We'll all be screwed because the sea will end up being too much salinity, and does that affect the croggy El Nino? Yeah, so the sea is heating up basically, and the fish will all die. They can't regulate their temperatures like us, can they? They rely on the sea temperatures to do so, because the sea is basically always the same temperature, or it should be. Hello, Sharon Gate. 83k per day, 30 million per year. A loss in the pocket to owners wishing to convey their views. Propaganda onto believers, says Sharon Gate. Ooh. 83,000 per day. I don't understand. Just saying, I missed something. Scroll down. Okay. Be watching. Yeah, back in. Actors Guild. What the thing? It was. I was pretty certain it's Team America. That one of the puppets, a bit like Thunderbirds type thing. I'm gonna try and stay to an hour today. It's quite hard staying to an hour. It doesn't seem very long, does it? No. Well, we've got some crazy people. They're Russians. They're blessing their tanks. Literally blessing their tanks and their missiles. Are they out of their mind? Where was it again? Oh, wouldn't we play it? Oh, that's because of the picture. I'm just trying to click on something. I think there's a video clip, but someone's just a screenshot. I'm an idiot. It's confirmed. Sorry. That's my fault. Make sure I've done that. That one. Stewed Brexit. Oh, crikey. Remember which is which now? These migrants. Oh God! I think we might have heard that more visas are going out now for coffee baristas. They're now on the shortage occupation list as coffee baristas. Well, GB News, they're oh crikey! Shall I do it? Oh come on, let's do it.
May I say, it is time for us as Brexiteers, because I know many of you are, some on the panel are as well, for us to admit we need migrants. Now, I voted for Brexit for the simple fact that I agreed we needed to lower migration, especially when the Conservative mandate in 2019 stated that that's what they would do, but they have not. Now, I was hoping the government, post-Brexit, would have initiatives that would inspire people who probably not working, young people, to really retain our labour force and get them into jobs where we have shortages. Unfortunately, that has not occurred. 1 in 6 individuals who work for the NHS are non-British nationals. Now, what would we do without migrants? So I have to admit, we need migrants. Now, it's not something I think we should have to rely on for the simple fact, not only because we should utilise our own talent here, but also because it leads to brain drain in other countries. They need their workers. So no one is at a win at this situation. But here we are, we need migrants.
Okay, so when they... so when does he have the epiphany? What the hell? Her eureka moment. He voted for Brexit with the assumption that the UK government was going to do something sensible. When Alexander Boris Johnson was Prime Minister with his 80-seat majority in 2019. And this so-called...
We got an oven-ready deal, put it in the microwave.
Lying to everybody, especially to the people of Northern Ireland. And us. Pretty much everybody. It's nuts. Fascism is an idea, not a colour. That's... What? What's that mean? A brown fascist. Pretty much. So, what was she thinking, though? What honestly did she honestly believe that a government is going to do what she kind of hoped in her mind might happen, but without anyone actually telling her that it was even a possibility? No one said that. I want to start migration, but I don't mean you. Now, active research into clean fuel technology might win through by 2030s, rendering the current plan to discontinue cars with engines are wrong after all. That is actually a valid point, because that'd be brilliant if they could, because obviously then we'd be scrapping shitloads of cars. If there's a way to convert them into clean fuel, that'd be brilliant. That'd be really, really good news, if it's even possible. I know there's been a lot of research into it recently, and there's been some breakthroughs as well. It's like if you look at steel chainsaws and trimmers and stuff, well, you can actually buy your fuel for them, which is like an alcohol-based fuel, which is a lot cleaner than anything else basically, but it's still fossil fuel, I suppose. Putin and the Patriarch need some church. I think they probably do, but they're out there splashing water on tanks as they go past on the low-loaded on trains, on the transports. What? And the missiles? They're blessing the missiles. I know it's old news, but is that flipping mine? Are they trying to justify it? Oh. I don't want to eat fish, only their fingers, says Mad Monk 33. Hello, Grey Library. He has no clue about EV charging and petrol cars. No one goes to the fuel station on the same day at the same time. And most people charge overnight, and 50-70% of power plants are turned off. He doesn't, no. We can't. Well, we need to shift the wind. Is what we need to do. Shift the wind power. Get it through its wires. So if I was here, if I had an electric car, I would love to have an electric car, but I can't afford one. So that's put to the back burner at the moment. But if I did have an electric car, I would install more solar panels so I could charge it. Like probably using a battery backup system. So I'm charging the batteries, and then as the car needs, because I wouldn't need to charge it every day because I don't do many miles. So if it's practical to get an electric vehicle, I definitely would. At the moment, I'd like an electric bike. Just not a van move. Not a van move. No, not the Dutch van move, because they went bankrupt and they apparently can't get in the servers are down. So and you need the contact with the servers to get the codes to unlock the bikes. Yes, so a load of people bought these van move electric bikes and they've been scuppered. Oh dear. I don't eat fish, only the fingers. I speak a lot of slang and swear a lot. Oh, Tom Finney, sir, I swear a lot. Even my mum goes, what? She goes, you what? It's already too late, says Ben Riddings. It will take the ending of Nicolas Cage film knowing, yeah. Knowing. That's a good funny film. But, I think we're going to. But my feeling is, I'm not a scientist, obviously not. I think the writing's on the wall. That's where I see it. I think we have gone too far, and anything we do now is just going to slow down our demise. Pretty much. And but we need more drastic action when we're not doing it. It's quite hard to let go of stuff. I think we're all culprits. We all do it. We all want to go on holiday or do this or do that for entertainment purposes, but that's not a necessity of life. It's just something that we'd like to do. But we still do it, and we still will. And to get people to pull away from that is going to be an impossibility, unless we can actually have systems in place that are 100%, renewable. But it ain't going to happen either, because we ain't got, just not enough people to accept it, really. I think we're really selfish. I think the human race is incredibly selfish. Because it's not just us on this planet. It's like we don't care about all living creatures. But oh, look, there's cuddly buddies and all over there. Then we'll you know, karate chop the back of their neck and eat them. Lovely. I don't go around chopping the heads on bunnies. Just so you know, I don't know. Hello, Duke Vengeance. I hope you're not all too angry there, my friend. I hope you're happy today. Don't be angry. You might get yourself back onto Twitter if you're not angry. As if you'd want to. That's another demise, that, isn't it? You know. Correctly, Elon Musk now wants to change the logo again. And he's put a thing out there. Send us the designs, and if there's a good one, that'll be live by tomorrow, he says, or by tonight. So send over your your silhouettes of Elon Musk naked, or in a mankini or something. That could be the new logo. Also, Black Eyed Peas. Oh, Black Eyed Peas. I was listening to that this morning, actually. Black Eyed Peas. Great tune by Madness. Oh, here we go. Shut up. Shut up, I mean hello. A Brucey bonus, Monk. What's Mad Monk saying? Whoa, just got a call from work asking if I could take the night off. Too many folk for the shift, and I get paid. Blimey! That's not bad, is it? That's not bad at all. So you're getting paid as well. Can't be bad. That is a Brucey bonus. Hello, Jim Toy. Good afternoon, everybody. By the way, I am live tonight. It's probably a bit 8 to 9 o'clock-ish sort of time. It takes a bit longer to get stuff sorted out because I'm surrounded by children at the moment. Yeah, grandchildren. They're lovely, but they're still noisy. But they are. Fraser Young, Charringate, that's what Richie earns from his shares. Richie Sunak earns, well, his wife earns about 15 million a year just in shares from Aventus. Yeah, her father's company. Plus whatever he earns. Plus what he's got squirreled away in offshore investment firms that basically hide his money and hide where his money's coming from. Like a fence. Human race, very short-sighted, most definitely are. But maybe people are expecting science to pull a solution out of the hat at the last minute. Hello, gosh. Hello. Hope well. Yeah. We're going to be waiting a long while, aren't we? How on earth are we going to sort out El Nino, the jet stream, what's the other one? The Gulf Stream. Yeah. You're not got to sort that out overnight, are you? I think we might be able to slow it down, but the idea that we're just all of a sudden everything's going to be rosy is for the birds. Oh, I see. But Bowler Man has planned a live chat for around 7 o'clock tonight, so it might be best to go live when he has ended. Yeah, I'll do that. That's fine. So is he doing about an hour? Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no worries. He's got plan 1 for 7. That's not a problem. Is that 7 o'clock? Oh, hang on. Is that 7 o'clock your time or my time? Is it UK time or is it French time? I'll have a look. That's all right. I'll have a look. Emphasis. That's it. Emphasis. That's it. Sorry, the technology company that's still operating in Russia. Yeah, they say they're not, but I'm pretty certain that they are. Too many sci-fi films. There's loads of them. I love sci-fi films. Richie's earnings at proportion to reality, as is the person himself. There's a Charringate, yes. Rishi Sunak is an arsehole. I actually think he's worse than Boris Johnson, personally. Bad news for us lot, as I will be modding for Allshorts tonight, all the way through this 1 hour show. Okay, sorry. Although this one is going to be ending very soon. So, and I hadn't done everything I want to do either. I got a bit sidetracked. Yeah. I got a bit sidetracked, I did. Alright, there we go. Well, look on the bright side. If Trump who's in a prison, yeah, he ain't going to be able to get his hands on a juicy...
Come with me for
Trump burger.
lunch at the legendary Trump Burger. And I walked in and I was immediately taken back. It's really funny. I mean, Trump stuff everywhere. The whole menu is centered around Trump. It's really a fun place, man. And I mean, look at this. You got the Trump name on the bun, branded. This is a giant burger. It's 2 8-ounce patties and 4 slices of cheese. Wow.
Trump Burger, I'm going to give it big thumbs up. It's in Belleville, Texas. You need to get your ass over here and get you a burger. I got the Trump Tower. It's a double meat. It's really big. Thumbs up.
A shrimp boat. God's sake.
Come with me for lunch at the legendary.
Stop. That's it. Stop now. Blimey. Anyway, I'll call it now because it's an hour and 6 minutes. That means I've kept it nearly an hour. I need to try and train myself to what an hour is. I find it really hard. I do. Plan B from outer space. Yeah, probably. Hello. Cheers, Mad Monk. Thanks, buddy. Oh, yeah, nice one. For wee Grace and her siblings. Yeah, she's lovely. They're outside playing at the moment on the trampoline. Yeah, everyone didn't know, I've got my grandchildren here, and all 4 of them. Well, not all of them, but four of my daughters. Yeah.
So, you have accepted the truth.
3 little girls and 1 little boy. The little boy is that big at the moment. It's sort of like... he doesn't do anything. What is it for? Oh, I don't know. Okay. Oh, no durations announced. 7 PM EU time. Okay. Oh, that's not so bad then. So I might go on back there 8:30, 9 o'clock time ish. Then I dare say it won't be any longer than that. Okay. Well, I'm going to. Hello, Rebecca. I'm going to go now, Rebecca. Sorry. So it's time for me to go. So I'm going to say ta-ta, you know. I'll tell you what, I'll leave you with Lockdown. Ta-ta. Cheers to the mods. Patrick and everybody who's joined said today. Cheers, man.
Oh no, I've only got 20 rolls left. I better go shopping.
Go on.
Okay.
Well, I understand there's an issue with supplies.
That's right.
If there was enough
just
for
you know, you can use a scarf. A scarf is everybody. A lot of people have scarves, and you can use a scarf. Scarf would be very good.
Hey, what's the date? Fuck! Ah, fuck! Yay, road trip!
vedrai farlo ogni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, delle belle turbando al riposo, narcisetto adocino d'amor.
Veuillez raccrocher le pistolet.
Dirty!
Veuillez raccrocher le pistolet.
Cool face masks. Oh, even better. Compact. Mission accomplished, so Monsieur Petroli makes his way back to her indoors. Shit! Hi, honey, I'm home.
Petroli! Petroli! Have you done your chores yet?
Oh, that's not fair. Do I have to?
Yes, get on with it.
I love you, Mr. Radish. As the day draws to an end, Monsieur Petroli expresses his freedom, literally. While the sun goes down over the horizon, Monsieur Petroli enjoys a glass of white wine. Or so he thought.
I'm so